Hiyo kiti poa man.
Gani?
Hii.
Oh, iko sawa?
Sawa, iko sawa.
Fiti.
Mundo wangu.
Ndio hivyo. Back again.
Si unajua
wamekuitisha hapo kwa comments.
Nimeona. Nasikia fununu.
Wanakuitisha.
Na mimi wakiitisha unajua ni kama watu wa food.
Yes.
Wakioda tunaleta.
Hebu tuambie leo umesemaje?
Leo nimesema unajua vile kuitisha.
Yes.
Mimi ni mtu wa food. Tunasema watu life worship. Sasa watu wanaliza life worship ni nini? Ni lazima tutademonstrate hapa kwa sababu nilikuwa nimeenda shopping, nimechapa vitu ndogo.
Okay.
Tuangalie ni nini iko kwa soko.
Yes, nini iko kwa soko, nini unaona? Hiyo vitu ni mahali pa kwanza. Sasa acha nianze kwa kuintroduce hata kabla ni chaze food. Yes.
Tulikuwa tunaongea mambo ya life worship last time.
Yeah.
Na life worship ni ile investment kubwa sana. Nimeona. Si unasikia ni life. Wewe una worship maisha. Na hii si mambo ya dini, hii ni mambo ya hapa. Wewe dini yako hiyo ni yako. Lakini ukiangalia hata wale watu kwa hosi, haibagui. Those people who are unwell, regardless or have come from all sorts of background.
Yes.
So we can't say there's a way around life worship.
Yes.
If I only become Christian, life worship, I'm in it, and I'm protected from death worship. At least hapa. You might be protected somewhere else you're going to go.
Yeah.
Like if you're here, you're in the only thing that will protect you from death worship is the way you eat.
Yes.
And what you put through your mouth. Other things you can't control. If I get out of here and somebody shoot me, okay, what control do I have? I don't have.
Yes.
Lakini this one of what I eat, that much I have full control. I have full control.
Total.
Or to the greatest degree. Hata kama si 100%, I have the highest degree of control.
Even here in America where food is processed so much.
Yes, you do have for this. And actually, very, very good question. Actually, now, that's a good place to start.
Okay.
Why is there a good place to start? Here, unlike where we come from in other places, so-called developed countries, and places where you don't have food sovereignty, in the US, you have clear labeling.
And when it's labeled that way, they're not lying.
This one. This is the thing I can say regarding that. You know, here in the US, you have laws everywhere you go. There's no country that doesn't have law, including where we come from.
Yes.
But the application of the law is different.
It's different. Here they follow it.
Yeah, here. Now you can take somebody to court.
If they don't,
you might not win this time. But if more people keep taking person to court, that person will go to jail.
Yes.
But you know, in Kenya or in other places, if you can take somebody to court and keep taking them to court, and you're not going to go anywhere. Okay. So again, my point is, you wanna get the highest degree of as close to life worship as you can. Does it mean 100%? No, I'm not 100%. This camera is not 100%. The internet is not 100%. Nothing is 100%.
Yes.
But you want to try as much as you can as to get to where you are.
Yes.
If I stayed home and I didn't drive here, I could have drove here and not found you here. I could have drove here and maybe the electricity or something would have been right. But if I didn't show up, you know that's guaranteed the interview is not going to happen.
Yes.
That's to that degree.
Yes.
So that's why I say in the US we have opportunities that a lot of other people wish they had. No.
Yes.
So if I'm in Kenya and I'm very wealthy,
food is in plenty.
Yes, food is in plenty. And if you have money,
a choice.
You have a choice. If you have the money, you can go and buy.
Yes.
I just came from a Twitter space, and there was this professor who works at a university somewhere about African studies. And for him, he was saying, he made a very interesting remark. He said that whenever he goes to Kenya, he seems to gain weight because when you go to these affluent functions, there's a lot of food, and the food is not good. It's not necessarily healthy food. So he seemed to gain weight on that. So, and that is exactly the point I want to make here. That in the US, you can have access to information that allows you to make decisions based on facts, not guessing. But in Kenya, we know, and I know firsthand from talking to some of the people who work in the food space, some of whom I was actually presenting with, they know that whenever somebody says they are certified organic or they are growing organic food, it's not always the case because you have a very high level of corruption.
Yes. Yeah.
And I say, very high level. So, and what happens is when people are not sovereign themselves in their thinking, they actually ultimately lead to being low quality human beings. If we don't have the full length and breadth to live free as free people, what happens is that we find that our opportunities are very restricted. There is a lot of hindrances in our just daily simple operation. You can't just go and get an ID. You can't just go get a passport. All those things ultimately end up in determining the cost of food.
So how do I know the food is good in America with the labeling?
With the labeling, good. Now, this is two points to answer to that. Because we have people with power in the US and they want to eat well. Now we can hide behind them. Well, see, this guy is buying, you know, Sam is very well known, he's very powerful, and he's eating this food. If you put chemicals and Sam knows that these people can be, he'll sue you.
He has the money to sue you.
That for me, I just see the same thing. I hang on your coat. So that's one.
That's why I kind of trust the organic labels here.
Yes. To a large degree. So to a large degree, because if I tell you this one I have chemicals here, I have two things. Okay, so here, this one 100% I've put chemicals. If you can't trust this one that if it doesn't have chemicals, I say this one doesn't have chemicals, right? This one I tell you has chemicals. Why would you trust that the amount of chemicals that are put in there are the actual chemicals and not more? You see what I'm saying? So either way, we don't have a choice.
We don't have a choice.
We have to go with the one that says
no chemicals.
And no chemicals. So that even if it has a few, this one, if they lie
all the way.
You understand? You see what I'm saying? So when it comes to that, so because what I found is that sometimes people use that argument to make themselves feel good when they eat bad food. We already know it's bad. We know what the consequences of food bad is food, right? So anyway, so what I decided to do for our guest today is to bring a few items. Because we're going to be very brief. We're not going to be very long. But we're going to only talk about life worship. Right? Life worship.
That's basically food worship. Or
okay, we are not worshiping anything. We are worshiping life.
We are worshiping life. And life is food.
And if you don't eat food, how can you? If you have a car, you can put gas on it. You have a very good car. You can worship the tire.
And
you can worship the engine.
Water in that engine, it will blow.
It's not going to go. But the purpose of your existence is life. The reason why, in fact, those people who believe and people come with all kinds of scams and telling people where they'll go. You know, because people love life so much, they would like to extend it, whether it's by using chemicals, whether it's by using believing that so somebody will go somewhere, all those things. So my thing is, let's worship life, and by worship I'm saying let's treat it sacred. You know, people get twisted, and it's really, this mine is not religion.
It's not only going to kneel down, it's treating it seriously and sacred in a way that we respect even what goes into our body.
Indeed. And this is by far is actually very simple common sense. It's very, very simple. I'm saying there is no other Sam anywhere. You can have children, they are not Sam. You can have daughters, you can have wives, you can have brothers, they are not Sam. You're the only one who is Sam. And there will never be another one like you,
like me,
who has gone through all the experiences like you have. Exactly, you can have that. So because you're only going to be you, and you're only going to be here for a short time, how can you maximize the time you're here? I came here to do an interview with you. So if I came here and I just started hanging and swinging on that, okay, I'm not actually fulfilling my purpose of coming here. So let us treat life in a sacred way. And when you do that, a lot of the problems that people have actually go away or reduce significantly. Okay? So when I talk about life worship, that's the foundation. When you are born, you are not born with anything. You are born only few. Nothing else was born except that day. Your mother didn't give birth to anything else. And being born, the first thing your mother wanted to make sure is that you are alive.
You are alive.
You are alive. Yeah. And every time you left, your mother probably worried. Yes. I hope my son comes back home alive. All right? So it's that angle that I'm following. That thing you value in life is the way in which we value life. That's what I'm calling life worship.
Yes.
Because if you didn't care, your mother didn't care, she would not give birth to you.
It's just the way people love alcohol.
Yes.
They worship alcohol.
They worship alcohol.
Yes.
Yeah, because they're doing
it's not that they go to church to worship alcohol.
No. But it dictates everything they do.
So in this concept, we are basically worshiping life.
So,
because we are treating it seriously. The way someone drinking alcohol is worshiping alcohol seriously.
True. Now we are worshiping life. And it's not distracted at its purest form.
Okay.
So if this is the purest food, if they come up with food that's more pure than this, you better know. You better believe that that's where life worship will dictate that I go to that. Since this is the finest we can get.
Yes.
Sasa ni sawa. So you understand, when people, if you have money, people know which is the best house I can buy, which is the best car. Why is it we don't have the same kind of seriousness? Right? So anyway, let's go through just a few ingredients here. So here, okay, before I say, let me introduce just this concept that if people pay what they value. If somebody see a name brand, they say, "Oh, I just this Louis Vuitton." If they value it, they'll pay the equivalent monetary value to whatever they value, item they value. If it's these shoes I value, you buy these shoes. If you value them, only then does a transaction take place. Now here, let us look at this transaction of life worship and what it takes. If you worship life, you're going to pay the equivalent of the value of life. So let me just give you a few examples. So this, because of the large prevalence of what I call death worship, it makes life worship very expensive and very exclusive. For example, if that camera or your phone was only one of 10,000 phones, what do you think the price of the phone will be compared to now? It will be very expensive. So because a lot of people do not consume live food in line with life worship,
it's expensive.
It's very expensive. For example, this single pomegranate is $4.
Yes.
This right here. Wow. $4. So these two right, we have $8. So we put $8 to the side. This is
and are they both organic or one is not?
I will never buy anything that's not organic.
Okay.
Yes, so I bought this. And you know it's organic because it has a number on it.
What number?
9.
At the end or at the beginning?
At the beginning. You have a 9
at the beginning. 9 at the beginning.
That's
including
organic.
meat?
Including meat. This is the same labeling everywhere, right? So if you have 5 numbers, it means the food is organic, classified organic. If it has 4 numbers, it means the food is chemical food.
Yes.
Now, simply because it's organic doesn't mean it doesn't have any chemicals.
Yes.
So let's say you're growing these apples there, and maybe there's a frost, there's something a problem. There are chemicals that are allowed to be sprayed. When you spray those chemicals, this number will go down.
Yes.
So literally you're getting real-time information. So you can see there, for example,
if it's 7, it means it has chemicals.
Yes, it has chemicals to that degree.
It has a lot of
chemicals.
I see.
Okay, right? Makes sense?
9 is a maximum.
9 is the highest number should be 9999.
Oh,
that's it, because you can get 100%.
So it could be 6, 7, 8, 9.
9, yeah. To that degree is the highest. Yes.
And that's a very expensive piece of food.
It's a very expensive piece of food, you see? So that's the beauty of you knowing this. But what I find interesting is that until recently, very few people knew that. I go to universities, people who are supposed to be places where of higher learning.
Yeah.
I asked these people.
Actually, you've educated me. I used to think 9, as long as it has a 9 at the end, that's it.
Good. You see at the beginning, right? So that's it. So that's one example. So this is pomegranate we have, and it's organic. Then we have some dates also. Again, these are just some things that I shop. These are dates I use. Yeah. And you're going to taste some as well, so that you can attest to that. So this is just 10 ounces.
How much is that?
This is $10. So it's literally $10 $1 an ounce. And an ounce is probably one.
You pay for
Oh, health.
Life.
Life is the most expensive thing. But they tell us a house is the biggest investment.
Yes,
right?
And we run for cheap food and run for the expensive house.
And we live, and that's what I want to finish by telling. So I'll tell you that on the end, right? So that's it. So you have this. We have. I have actually you can taste that because I have cleaned that, right? I hope that you picked up the clean one.
Let me see if I picked up the clean one.
Yeah, eat another one. Yes. You see, this is good, right? So these are blackberries. For this, $6.
It's different.
Yeah. You know, you eat the chemicals just like a drug addict. Until you become or alcohol, you get accustomed to that, and your taste buds become corrupted. And for some people when they taste it, they'll say, "Oh, this is not what I'm used to." Okay, so we look at something else. This is called persimmon, Asian persimmon.
It looks like a tomato.
Oh, this
what does it do?
It's actually as fruit.
Oh,
exactly.
You eat it?
Yes, you eat it. And persimmon is one of the native fruits from here in North America.
Okay.
It didn't come from anywhere. But this one is an Asian one. These ones, the Asian persimmons, the persimmons here are native to America, and they produce fruits in the fall, right before the cold weather, and they fall down. You don't pick this from the fruit.
They have to fall
down, right? And you eat it. So this one also very good fruit. For this fruit, $6 for one fruit. Okay. Right. So we have avocados. Avocados, the same thing. You can look at the number. Yes, you can see the 9.
Yes. It begins with a 9.
9. Okay.
Yes, and then these numbers, the higher the numbers,
the higher the better. Yes.
But as long as it begins with the 9, we are somewhere.
Oh yeah, you're very close to it. Yes, so you'll go down. The lowest organic I've ever seen is 6. The asparagus that are imported, they have a 6, so they don't have most of the toxic chemicals. But I've never seen anything below that. Okay, so that's avocados. And what else do we have in here? We have those are pecans. These are snacks. So when I'm coming here, you know, these are pecans.
Oh, those
actually,
are the ones.
you can get some. Get some. Then I bought some lentils. These are the grey lentils. So these are, I'm going to go and cook and prepare soup, right? But what I'm going to prepare the soup with is mushrooms.
Okay.
These are organic mushroom, and they are, I think, 6 ounces. How many ounces? How many ounces is that? 6 ounces. 6 ounces. 6 ounces of mushroom.
How much is that?
$9. $9 for the organic shiitake mushroom. This is King Trumpet mushroom. I'd already made a sandwich with it when I ate. And then you have oyster mushrooms, right? And then you have shiitake mushrooms as well. You know, I use 2 of them to make a sandwich to eat. So look at the cost of food, okay? As I wrap up about our death worship and life worship. This is the thing, as you said, I want to finish back. And this is yours, by the way, so you can keep that. I brought you one so that I don't only teach you about life worship, that we also are tasting. Oh, no problem, man. We pick them.
Yeah.
So this is the thing. This is one thing we want to maybe just wrap up thing. And if you have one question, we can answer one question. Is this the way one of the ways in which you can identify a person in life worship is because they work towards living in the most expensive body first before they live in any expensive car, clothes, houses, makeup, hairstyle, bags, shoes, belts, priority rings, gold. The question to yourself is, how expensive is your body relative to everything else you own? You see? Pure and simple. If you ask that to most people, majority of the people are living in all the expensive other things. I travel on vacation, which is a good thing if that's what you want to do. Or I have a big house, or I love this particular car, or I have an electric car. Everything is good. But the quality of food that this person eats, especially for our people, and in America, that's just the culture. It's always, the more income somebody earns, for majority of the Americans in the world, is the worst quality for the food they consume. So you get more money in your pocket, you pay everybody else. The realtor, the banks, the fashion industry, they all make money off of it. Except what? Including the healthcare industry. You pay more money for insurance.
Yes.
You have, but yet the body you live in becomes
you
the
are
cheapest.
A millionaire, but you're eating McDonald's.
McDonald's, you have a ghetto body. So people are millionaires, but ghetto body. They live in a ghetto. Their body is a ghetto. So that's life worship.
Oh my goodness.
Make sense?
It makes sense.
Makes sense. So my final challenge to you. I told you last time, I mentioned maybe of the record. I have children. So my goal is always to make my children more healthier than I am. Man, I don't think I've had it's probably easier for me to do life sentence. To do that.
Oh.
It's more difficult. And it's not that I have
more difficult.
Yes! Because, okay, they're
everywhere.
They're everywhere.
In school.
And I have to be there, say, no, don't do. But what I'm not there when they were young, only now, especially my daughter who's 16.
Now she's understands.
Like, why are people eating so bad? Oh. Why is that person so
She understands, huh?
Now, she's having big problems.
It's been a war.
She said, I will not let my child, anybody, I will not marry anyone who will give my child bad food. I will not do that. I wouldn't say anything. Because what? Now she's seeing this.
She thinks.
And we for 2 years in a row, we've done our physicals together. So we had our blood pressure checked, our cholesterol, our sugar intake 3, and our fat content 1. For they didn't know how far they did for me. And only one did my daughter beat me, and we were equal. But these other ones have better cholesterol than she is. See, so that shows exactly what I'm telling you.
Yes.
So I wish everybody life worship before I wish them anything else. Because whatever else you do, if you are not if you don't have life worship, all the other things are useless.
They are useless.
Makes
Very
sense.
true. With your body, you are done.
You're done.
Wow. So, with the world today, take someone like me.
Yes.
Who definitely, well, let me not say definitely. Take someone maybe who earns less than me, because I know I can afford some. I will be lying if I say I can't afford.
True.
But then, well, I don't think I would afford if I include my son and wife, the food we consume every day. If a margarine is $4, how do people who are earning less should go around it?
Let's close on that today.
Yeah.
Say that and we close, right?
Yeah.
Number one, they say to those whom much is given, much is expected. Yes. So one of the reasons why we have such a broken food system, and the food system is not broken, it's perfect. It's designed to work like everything works. It's designed to impoverish certain people so that other people can make money.
Yes.
You see, money is a zero-sum game. Somebody who gains, in this economy at least, somebody has to lose something.
Yes.
Right? If I pay $2 for this, the farmer is being shortchanged.
Yes.
It's not a deal for me. So this is the thing. So that's the first point. That if you have more money going towards food, it'll make food much cheaper and more accessible. That's number one. Number two, those people without money have access to something else.
Yeah.
They have access to a little time. If they focused the extra time they are not earning towards something that makes food accessible to them, they can be able to afford the food. Why? They can be able to build a garden.
Yes.
Right? But because death worship touches every aspect of our life. So I don't have money, like you said. I don't. The family doesn't have money, for example. But the family believes you have to take vacation. The family believes you have to wear a certain name brand.
Yes.
The family believes on certain day of the week I have to go and wear very expensive clothes and go and believe and trust.
Yes.
Right? But whatever I'm trusting on that day and wearing those clothes, it doesn't improve my life worship.
At all.
At all, at all, at all. So why are you telling me you can afford?
Yes.
If I could not, you know what? If I did not have anything else, I'll only work to make sure my children are clothed and they have roof. I will not. Let me take a bike because I have come to recognize one of the easiest way to cast the next generation is to make sure they eat bad food.
Yeah.
It's okay. I took them on vacation. Okay, now they are sick. When they are 16, I've seen. That's one thing my daughter complains all the time.
Yeah.
I'm going to school with students who are 16.
Yeah.
They are smoking.
Yeah.
They are obese.
Yeah.
So look at how their chances in life are so undermined because they ate bad food. Make sense?
Yes. So how about this food? Let's say I wanted to eat chapati and maragwe today. It's possible to go to Whole Foods and find that unga chapati clean and maragwe clean.
Let's hold back. I think slightly different.
Okay.
If your life worship dictates. You know, I could have gone my GPS. I could have decided I wanted to go on Spring Forest and go the other day.
Yes.
Is that where I was going?
No.
No, my God. So I'm dictated. Food worship dictates where you'll go.
Okay.
You don't dictate.
You don't dictate.
Who are you to dictate?
Yes.
Who is your taste buds to dictate? Why is your
why am I saying chapati?
Chapati. Why?
In the first place.
What first place? First. That's why. You see, now I'm telling you, life worship.
I am
life worship.
Where you're going
yes,
to.
Yes, it's life worship. It detects. Yes. If it detects I wear $7 shoe, that's what I wear.
Wow, I hope you guys are understanding because now I'm getting this.
True.
Oh my goodness.
Life worship. And it changes everything. There are some places I will not go for free. I will not go.
So even when I said, oh, these are good, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But what are they?
What are they for? What's the purpose?
Yeah. What are they?
What are they going to do for me?
Cocaine can be good.
Yeah.
But okay, how long am I going to? If I do that, okay, not even phone. I'm not going to be.
And we have this tendency to go for what
tastes good. No. It's like a child. If you say, do you want to go to school? Or I don't want. Do you think if your mother gave you a choice to go to school or to go to the playground, you would have ever gone to school? Tell me the truth. When you were young.
No.
You will not have gone to school. No. Even for me, I will have played at the playground. If you give your children, your mother giving you an opportunity, do you want to eat maharagwe? That maharagwe you're saying?
Yes.
Or chips?
I'll go for the chips.
Chips every day.
Yes.
Yeah, you eat fries. Make sense?
Totally.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
thank you.
Yes. So I hope everybody for this discussion, because we'll be talking about a lot of things. Yeah. Because now, what we'll be discussing for the next 18 sessions or so, this is the second one, we'll be looking at all the different dynamics that makes death worship so appealing. So death worship is so easy, man. It's served at the drive-through. You don't even have to go in. You don't even have to park. It's at the drive-through. Yeah. Everywhere. I want a death worship. We'll bring it to you.
Those places.
No. I'm only saying that figuratively. Yeah. That it's so easy. Yeah. It's so accessible that you don't have to do anything.
Oh, yeah.
Death worship can just come to you. You can just wish it, and it will be dropped right here. Yeah. But life worship, you have to go all the way out of it.
That death worship, that chicken McDonald's.
Yes.
The last time I tasted it and I said enough is enough, it was bouncing like rubber in my mouth.
There you go.
And they say it's cooked. It looks cooked, but it's bouncy.
It's bouncy.
I'm like, this is totally fake.
True.
Totally fake.
True. And you think about your level of intelligence.
Yes.
You're an educated person.
Yes.
You're an international person.
Yeah.
You're a known person. But even then, that's what I meant by is a drive-through. It's so convenient that it flies below the radar of even the most intelligent person.
The most intelligent.
They just do it, the children. Can you imagine the worst part of it? That people will take their children there to eat that rubbery stuff.
Oh my!
People who are educated. McDonald's are not only in cheap neighborhoods. Yes. They are even in expensive neighborhoods. They are everywhere.
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 My goodness.
Death worship is served easy. on a platter, on a golden platter.
Well, that sums up the episode.
Thank you very much. Enjoy your, let me know, let the audience know
I
how
will.
the pomegranate is.
Yeah,
right?
That was precise and concise.